It's a very warm welcome to Ozone Billiard Cafe in Kearney Mesa. This is the 8th set of a 9-set match. It's a race to 5 sets between College 4 and O Billiard 1. Playing here is Linda Fisz. She just won the lag. She's breaking in the first rack. It's a race to 3 racks, this match. Her opponent is myself, Mike Holt. And Linda is coming up dry. So, looks like I can squeeze the one in to the side pocket, but I'm playing this with a lot of inside, trying to check the cue ball and leave myself a long shot on the 2. But that check side has made me hit it way too thin, and I've left a nice opener for Linda. She's just got to try and put a bit of backspin on, leave a nice shot on the 2 in the top left. And that's really nicely controlled. And I think she can just drop this in and we'll have a long shot on the 3 into the pocket she's just leaning over. 4 over there on the side rail, so that'll give her a nice angle to get over to that side cushion. Just got to watch out, the 6 appears to be hampering a little bit. Manages to collide with the 4, got it off the rail and now has a shot. It's a bit tricky to get from the 4 to the 5. Looks a little straight. So she appears to be digging down and it's got to get a bit of draw on this. And in the end that was enough to make the pot missable. And it's just covered most of this here. I can just swerve this and try and come off the rail and cut that ball in. With it being rail first, it was always tricky to catch it correctly, but that's gone pretty safe. So a bit of fortune for me there with the roll of the ball. And just the safety from Linda, but that 4 is rolled on and is potable in the side. So I can push this in and just get out from the rail to leave a slight angle on the 5. So I can draw back up the table, try and get above the 6, so I can get the 6 in the bottom left. Same using a bit of draw and left hand side. Slightly overcooked that. One likes to have been a bit closer to the 6, so I'm now going to have to just drop this in. Dead weight. Although the 7 is close by, hanging over the centre pocket. And I can come round off 4 rails here, lots of spin. Left hand side of the cue ball. Actually going to hit the 5th rail there. So it's a little thin. I'm going to have to go around the table again, try and avoid the 9 and the 10. I've got top and a bit of right hand English. But could have done with a little bit more pace. That's going to finish hard on the rail. So I don't like this in the corner. It's a bit of a do or die shot, so I'm trying to cut it in the side. And that little flick off the 10 means I'm going to leave some distance, and this 9's pretty challenging from here. I'm going to try and make it in the bottom corner pocket though. And just a bit thin. And it's left a tempter, but this is real difficult. It's almost full. I'm going to have a very difficult 10, so I'm going to play a cross corner bank. But I caught that 9 too thick and had the dreaded double kiss. And I've left Linda a 9 very similar to the one that I turned down in the corner and I tried in the middle. This one's a little further up table, so the corner pocket is the shot here, I think. And once again cuts it a little bit too much, and This is shaping up to be an opportunity now. Even though I'm on the rail, I can roll this in pocket weight and I'll drop behind the 10. There's an element of safety. If it stays in the jaws, at least I'll get the hook. But I made the 9, and now this 10 is for the first rack. So putting that one to bed, I'll be breaking in rack 2. And that's the dreadful miscue. Put the cue ball right off the table, so Linda gets to break in my place. Gives the balls a good crack, but looks like it's coming up dry. And there is an opportunity for the one here in the bottom right. Just going to try and drop it in pocket weight for the 2 that's waiting by my hand. But that's too thick. So left a nice opener for Linda. You can just drop up the table and get on the 2. The 3 is close by, but has managed to leave it short. So Hooked is having to kick at this.
Tense. Oh.
And that's a beautiful shot. What a lovely kick. Nicely on the 3. Slightly hampered with the 4 under a body. And these diamond tables at O Billiards are quite unforgiving, particularly those corners. I'm trying to jump bank this in the bottom left, but didn't get a good line on that cue ball, although I got the elevation, so I've scratched and given up ball in hand. So a bit of draw and right hand side required to get up table for the 4. This is looking good. What a beautiful shot that is. Needs to do a bit of work to get on the 5, however, and doesn't have the most favourable angle. Looks like she's trying to draw directly up table. And that cue ball spinning quite a lot. But that's good. I think she has a nice opportunity here with the bridge. Just got to work out how to avoid the 8 in trying to get on this 6 ball. Help to collide into them either. So a trace of right hand side might help avoid the 8. I think that's what she's played. Looks good. I would have ideally liked to have been a little bit below the line of straight, so she had a natural angle to get easily on the 7, but looks like dead weight, dropping this in for a 7 in the top right. Yeah, if you had a little angle, you could have played for the 7 in the side, but it's still very makeable, and if you can do a nice gentle draw shot, you'll have a shot on the 8. And that's a beautiful stroke again. Just a little short with the shape. So it's a bit awkward now having to play round. 2 rails with a little right hand side again for the 9. And just a little too thick. And this is going to shape up. It's an opportunity. It's quite thin. So I quite like playing these with inside English. But oh dear, the pace I played it at, that was always only going one way. So nice chance now for Lynn to level this match. Maybe I could have played that 9. Sorry, the 8 with a little outside. I did think about it, but I was concerned about leaving it in the jaws of the pocket. So well played, Linda. This is the shot. Linda's just gone to the bathroom. This is a shot I was thinking about, playing it with outside, and maybe that was the correct shot. But anyway, coulda, woulda, shoulda. 1 each. Linda breaking rack 3. Could that 2 ball be going in? All the way. But the 1 is not exactly easy here. You can't really take that on in the corner. So just a safe, I think, for Linda. Yeah, you could try coming off the bottom rail, but I think it's just too close to the middle pocket bump to be makeable in the side pocket. But that's pretty safe there. I'm playing safe in return, just a thin edge, try and get the cue ball on the rail. And that's not bad. Oh, she's not going to make it. So I have ball in hand. Gonna play. Jesse just having a little laugh with Linda there. Just gonna play forward. Middle angle on the 3 so I can use the rail again to get out into the table. I'd like to stay just a little bit above the straight line on that 4, the pocket line. But looks like I'm coming almost dead straight. I can pinch a little bit, draw back past the 7 for the 5 in the bottom right. And I flick it. Yeah, that's actually helped me get closer to the 5.
Good.
But it's put me a bit close to the rail as well, so I'm trying to top this in, avoid the traffic and get on the 6 in the bottom left. Inaccurate, and these tables will not forgive you for that. So a chance for Linda. Not easy, cutting this 5 back into the bottom right.
And
Just leaving that one over the hole for me, so this is a reprieve. Going cushion first to try and get up for the 6, but that kiss on the 9 has left me perfect on the combination, so I've called the 7. I can just drop that in, roll the 6 onto it, and the 6 should shape up for the top left. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just draw back a few inches. Leave a nice straight 8 ball. Or just off straight, actually. Be nice. Yeah, that's the perfect angle. Now, soft draw to get straight on the 9. And then just trundle this in, roll forward a couple of inches, and a straight 10 ball to the bottom left for a 2-1 lead, get me on the hill. Just doing my pre-shot routine, even though it looks elementary, it's possible to miss anything, as I found out at my cost, especially on these tables. There we go, that's 2-1. And I'm breaking in rack 4 on the hill. So I made a good break that time. And 3's looking like it's going to make it. It's a journey around the table. So I'm actually going to try and power this in with bottom to come round off 3 rails for the 2 in the bottom right. A little bit of English on there as well. Made the shape, but missed the 1 by a few inches. So a chance for Linda.
good.
And looks like it's going safe. So very thin edge on the right hand side of this 1 ball, chip it behind the 210 and get the cue ball all the way down there by the 4 ball to leave a nice hook. Relatively straightforward kick. Linda's called the bottom left pocket here. Just a 1 railer, maybe 2 rails. Yeah, that's pretty good. Flicking it from behind. Almost got the hook back, but I'm going to try and stun this cue ball into the 9 and hook behind the 8. Actually, I was trying to get a collision with that 1, but that still worked out in my favour. That one's come all the way around and hooked behind the 9. Oh, one mail kick here. Oh, Linda's just grazed past that one. So ball in hand again, and I'm definitely going for 3 fouls here. The way these balls are located, I can just push this one forward, tuck up behind the 9. You just got to be careful that you don't knock any balls in with the 1, and of course make sure it hits the rail. So I left the 1 ball a little close to the corner pocket here, but there is still a gap behind it. And although Linda made it, she got no rail, so that's 2 fouls now. So I'm just pushing this forward. I'm going to tuck up tight. So holding my hand up there, indicating it's 2 fouls. That's one thing in this BCA you've got to declare prior to your opponent's attempt at a shot once they're on 2 fouls. And that misses a 3rd foul, so that's the 3-1 win to me. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and please come back again soon.